So let us check this. Ripple XRP Vanguard just made XRP ETF unstoppable. So the positions I'm making for my XRP up next is we're going to open a long with 25x leverage because we only have about $10. The maximum our position is going to be is, 5% like stop loss, and we can just open a $1 trade. So let us see over here what's possible. But a $1 trade basically means we're like opening a $50 trade with a 50x leverage. So we can go over here, open a long, and go from there. So the order should be open in that sense. And let's check this. Vanguard just made the XRP ETF unstoppable.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bullwinkle Blueprint. Hopefully all y'all are having an incredible day. It's Tuesday, but you know what? We're creeping through this week. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit that thumbs up button. These next few months in crypto, I'm telling you. And
like these ETFs is the reason why I also open position. Like at my price action, we're opening at least some sort of a 4-hour time frame. We're opening some support levels. Like it's building up. Like we saw a further downtrend, but it's keeping above 2.20 now, not just 2.54. Yes, we saw a huge drop here, but look how it stopped at a 1.87. That's a pretty strong thing a lot of people don't talk about. Stopping at 1.87 and just like going further and further ahead definitely at least tells you something. At least tells you that we have not given up yet.
I'm gonna keep telling you, they are going to be insane.
So yeah, my position is open
now. The news we have lined up is just wow. Vanguard. Yes, the same Vanguard that swore up and down they would never touch crypto. Well, they just opened the floodgate.
I mean, that would be huge. If we got a Vanguard ETF, this would be one of the bigger news.
It's for XRP. That's right. This move doesn't change the game, folks. It traps BlackRock into a corner. And
again, BlackRock has the most volume.
Versus a full-out blown institutional arms race. The exact kind of race we wanted to see. Get ready for mega money to be throwing around. Because BlackRock, VanEck, Fidelity, they're all about to make it rain on you. What just happened is way bigger than people realize, and you are about to see why. And we are going to start right here, xrprightnow.com. We got it back up. Don't even ask me what happened. I'll just tell you. Well, Rip was in there messing around. I tried to create a subdomain to move the ETF stuff to and keep the news separate. Yeah, I guess I didn't have my coffee because I looked on the wrong page and I hit delete and I deleted everything from the news website. So I spent a good 8 hours yesterday restoring and bringing it all back, letting have backups. Anyways, here we are, folks. I should have the ETF page up and running today as well. Stay tuned and hang with me.
Seems like there's a big part for ETFs. Maybe I should make an ETF page. And look at this trade we opened. It's like up 2% now. Obviously, the issue is like the 2% we have is also 2 cents to take profit, so it's hard to scalp this. But we're going on a pretty decent path with the XRP right now. Yes, it's not going to stay above $3. But if we can see like to June 2025, maybe we're going to have a last mini rally before a big drop in the bears. That would be amazing. Like just a small pump. It doesn't even have to be $4 at this point. I don't believe it's going to be happening, but I mean, it just makes sense to go at least, to $3.
But as we come over here, we see the article that came out earlier this morning. Vanguard now offers XRP to its clients. That's right. Here's the article. Let's talk about this.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense to them. I'm still not sure why BlackRock is not doing it. It's a lot of trading volume for them.
So Vanguard, the fortress of old school conservative finance. They are quietly letting their clients access the Bitwise XRP ETF. That's right. And it starts today. This is the same exact firm that blocked Bitcoin ETFs on day one. I want you just to remember that. The same firm that publicly said crypto had no place in a traditional portfolio.
I mean, yeah, because a lot of the people buying are like conservative. They don't want to hold it.
And yet, well, here we are. Why is this huge? It's simple, folks. Because Vanguard isn't some random brokerage. They're the second largest asset manager on the planet. When they move, the entire financial system feels it. And when
Look, it's pretty clear crypto is becoming like XRP is here to stay. It's not gonna just like disappear one day. That's the most important factor. I mean, yes, it could drop to 1.5, but everyone mentioning stock market is also mentioning crypto at this point.
they budge even slightly, it forces every competitor, including BlackRock, to adjust. Here's the real play here, all right? Vanguard didn't support XRP. They didn't endorse crypto, but they did something even more telling. They allowed access. That means
Yeah.
that client demand is now so loud, so persistent, and so profitable that even Vanguard couldn't ignore it anymore. And that directly puts pressure on BlackRock. Because you know what? If Vanguard's clients can buy XRP, guess who can afford to be left behind in the next wave of flows? Exactly, folks. This is the start of the institutional FOMO cycle.
We need BlackRock if we ever want to get close to XRP Bitcoins. That's what I was saying in June 2025. I was literally saying that to everyone in June 2025. If we don't get BlackRock, it's going to be hard to get a big volume.
lined this up over the years. Institution cycle this year. Everyone who's ever been on a one-on-one call with me, I've been telling you this exact same thing. And utility cycle in the next, well, the next run, I should say. Which brings us over to this. Oh no, man, I hate when they go on TV and people make recordings and they catch them saying stuff. This is Vanguard CEO. Yeah, that's him on your screen. Want to know what makes this crazy? Publicly calling Bitcoin not a store of value. That's right. Saying it doesn't belong in a long-term portfolio. And then all of a sudden you're quietly just letting your clients buy crypto ETF anyways. You know what that is, everyone? That's what happens when institutions realize they're about to miss a generational money flow. They talk tough publicly, right? But behind the scenes, the boardroom.
Long-term portfolio. I mean, if you just offer like people a way to buy, who cares? So that's the thing. You can just offer people, and you like, why are they making decisions like for their clients? Like, are they gonna include them in portfolio and make people buy it? That would be amazing for the prices, though. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't see this.
It is panicking. Like, okay, fine, just give them access. Don't make us look like clowns when XRP and Bitcoin runs. Listen.
Spot Bitcoin ETFs. Question came in, hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we don't, we're not going to change our minds around this unless the asset class changes.
Yep.
Before, why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. If someone's saving for their retirement, it's a speculative asset.
That's exactly it.
And the funds that we offer invest in asset classes that actually have underlying cash flow. So, like we mentioned stocks, you're buying the forward earnings of a company.
That's right.
And that bond, right,
has coupon and principal
I mean, Vanguard, if you're not going to offer it, like, the thing is, others will.
payments.
yeah, you're going to pay me back and you're pay me something for lending you the money.
Exactly.
Right. So they both can be valued, and that's for us. We understand why they would rise up in a portfolio and the role they will play, and we can model them. Something like Bitcoin is just too volatile, and it's not a store of value. It hasn't been. And it's very volatile. When stocks got hammered in recent crises, that Bitcoin went right with them. And so it is speculative, really tough to think about how it belongs in a long-term portfolio.
That's the thing. We wait here for like XRP to go back up to 2.17, 2.19. I think it could go at least to 2.9 here. It just shows why I have a positive trade open. It makes great sense. Like, this is it shows you that the bulls are starting to push out, at least they want to push out. and go forward and have a, attack on it. Like they want to push the prices up. It makes sense with the ETFs opening. It would be bullish, but it's not going to affect the prices that much. Like again, if ETFs get accepted, you can bet that some whale is going to like pump $2 already.
To get an update from this guy. I would love it.
I mean, that would be great. Look at XRP right now. Sits at $2, but the whales are starting to push it above $2. Like remember when XRP was 50 cents? Bam, everybody wants to buy it.
This is how it always happens though, folks. We know that. They deny it, they resist it, and then they bet that
it's just too much money for them not to list the BlackRock XRP ETFs. It's just too much money.
need when the liquidity and the demand is too big to ignore. Remember, if the second largest asset manager on earth cracks, the rest are going to follow. They have to follow. Unless you're going to have your little Netflix moment, right? Blockbuster thought they were too good. No one was going to catch up to them, right? They were going to dominate renting movies. Netflix was like, well, I don't think people really want to rent. We're just going to start streaming and charging people. Blockbuster was like, yeah, okay, good luck. Blockbuster didn't adopt, and
that's why you have to do this stuff. Like you gotta go first thing, because they're gonna get left behind. And look, this is a pretty big thing. Vanguard is like the second biggest to BlackRock, and you can see obviously a lot of these are, way bigger than we expect. Like the bulls are hitting out.
I got you. I think it's the Rex. Well, XRPI, yeah. And then no, that's ProShares. Excuse me. And then you got your Rex as well, just sitting there under non-Vanguard funds in the digital asset category. It's not a glitch, folks. It's not an accident. This is a back-end shift and a green light for a brand new asset class. Platforms don't casually add new categories, folks, unless they expect big flows. And once a $1 trillion firm opens the pipe, guess what? Every other major institution has to follow, or they risk losing assets to competitors. This is how crypto becomes unavoidable. I'm sorry to say it. It's true. It's not through headlines, but through the platform availability. And once it's
like, just give the people the option to buy,
available, well, guess what? The masses roll in. Now, folks, if you're not a part of my free newsletter yet, what are you doing?
So yeah, it tells you the pretty clear idea of what's happening. Breaking mass, Fed liquidity rejection, all of that. It's looking good. It's really looking good, at least for now. Someone massive just went all in on XRP. Did we just get a new XRP whale? Because I did see a massive buy, an uptrend here from 1.87 to $2. And we never went to 187. So this is the important factor. We need whales.